All right, so I finally got these in hand. This is the AE1 in the All-Star colorway for Adidas, and man, check these out. Look at the look at this shoe, man. I haven't even taken them both out yet. I like the pull-out box on these as well. It's a nice little extra detail. But here we have it, dudes. The AE1 in the All-Star colorway with that chameleon effect on the upper. I think, and if you guys don't agree or do agree, leave a comment, let me know. But I feel like this was the best All-Star sneaker we've seen release in recent memory, to be honest. Especially this year, I feel like this is the All-Star sneaker that ended up released that had the most attention and definitely is one of the best looking ones on the market. Now, I did go to Indy for All-Star Weekend, as some of you guys already know already, but I didn't actually see these in Indy, which I feel like was a miss. Like, I know Adidas basketball had a pop-up in Indy. I wasn't invited. I couldn't actually go see it. I wanted to see the new Lillards and all that other stuff. We saw all the pictures leak in the morning while I was there, and I'm like, dude, this is here. I don't know where it is. Anyway, it's frustrating because I wanted to go in person and see it, and I did not have the right pull to make that happen. And I didn't have the invite to like the Foot Locker one or the Jordan one or the D-Book one. I mean, I didn't have a lot of invites. It is what it is. Honestly, it was still a lot of fun, and I'm happy that I went. And hopefully I'll get a chance to go to All-Star again in the future. But these are the AE1's All-Star colorway, and I feel like this is probably the best one. But every time I say like this is the best colorway, then all of a sudden I see images of like another colorway and another colorway. Like there's a chromed out colorway that looks super crazy, and then there's also a white colorway that's gonna be out maybe by the time you see this video. The Stormtrooper colorway, super fire on that one as well. I'll link it in the description for the start time because I know I've already posted it on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I'll link it in the description as well. But follow me over there. Lots of the information I always post on Twitter first. Anyways, I did a review on the AE1s in the first colorway. I think it's a great model. I think that these offer a lot of great design elements specifically for Ant Edwards that make this a shoe that he can perform very well in because of some of those things that he made. So I'm not going to cover all the things in the previous video. Feel free to go check the other video out. But one of the main things that I think about when I look at the sidewalls of the shoe, kind of like a breathable foam posit, if you will, because of the side panels and the vents and stuff on the sides. It is a little bit heavier like the foams as well. But one thing that is a plus is that you don't have the seams on the side of the shoe, especially along from where the knit usually meets the midsole. That's where all the bust outs and the seam breaks happen, like on Zion and everybody else that's busted out of the Nikes and stuff that have happened. It's because of that traditional like build. With this type of a build, they kind of are answering that question because you're not going to be able to bust out the side of this. Knock on wood, hopefully you don't, but it's very, very well reinforced. So quick overview of the shoe. You could see obviously that chameleon effect is crazy on the side panels of the shoe. It has a greenish sort of purplish hue. I love that look, and something that we haven't seen in a long time on a pair of sneakers, but very welcome on this one. And then it looks like you have like a ballistic nylon sort of material up through the rest of the upper, and then on the back you do have the 3 stripes. It looks like carbon fiber, but I believe this is just a plastic material because carbon fiber is pretty expensive, and these retail at $120. In fact, I think they have some sizes left available on Adidas website right now. I'll link them in the description if you guys are interested. They did sell out in most sizes, and then some of them pop back up, so hopefully they have your size still available. Now, if you look on the outsole of the shoe, you can see that there is Adidas Boost encased inside of this midsole, and then also I like the overall traction patterns on the outsole as well. There's also some yellow sections down here in like an X sort of look, and that is like the torsion, like added stability sort of thing. And then you'd have some extra rubberized material over the toe box of the shoe as well. Again, these things are built like tanks. This is very similar to like the Foamposite vibes that I got back in the day, which maybe is the reason why I am so drawn to this model, because I've always been a fan of the Nike Foamposites, still a fan of the Nike Foamposites. One of the coolest, like just earth-shattering, game-changing pairs of sneakers that was released from 1997. So pretty awesome that this gives me that sort of a vibe with the way that they built this. Now, a couple questions for you guys, and then I'll answer my thoughts. One, is this a shoe that you can wear casually or not? I say, yes, you can wear it casually. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. It's just a wild and crazy shoe. We haven't really seen a crossover from performance basketball to lifestyle in quite a while. And honestly, here's my take on that. You could really just wear any performance basketball shoe casually. And if you feel like you can pull it off, you can pull it off. There's no like book that says that yes, you can or no, you can't. I feel like this is a shoe that if you feel like this is something you can pull off because it's so crazy, you could probably pull it off. I got these just to wear casually because I think it's a nice looking shoe. I could also wear these to the park and play basketball with my kid if I want to. But stylistically, I think it's a pretty awesome looking shoe. It's one that you can wear and people recognize it from a distance. It's different looking from a distance as well. When you get up close, there's also extra added details that make the shoe pretty unique. Also, same sort of vibes that I get from the Harden 8s. Hopefully we'll get a pair of those eventually because I definitely want a pair. I missed out on the first colorway that dropped, which I actually really like. It was like an orange and black colorway. Anyway, kind of sad that I missed out on those. But this is a really nice colorway and definitely one that I appreciate. The other question that I have, and this is for those people that maybe play basketball in the AE1s, leave a comment for other people, but is this a shoe that you can hoop in actually, or is it too heavy? These weigh 1 pound and 1 ounce each. They're pretty heavy shoes. So, and this is a 9.5. Like if you have a 13, you're probably looking at 1.5 pounds. Like, is this a shoe that's too heavy to play ball in? I don't know. Just for comparison, the Foamposites from back in the day, this is 1.26 ounces. So these are almost very similar in weight. Now, I actually really loved playing in the Foamposite 1. Back in the day, I would play at 24 Hour Fitness. I would actually throw down Foamposites and wear them. And I mean wear them like crazy. Like to the point where the swoosh fell off of the Pros that I have here. This is a shoe that I really, really liked. It's a shoe that molds to your foot over time because of the foam injected in the sidewalls of the shoe. This is definitely a different technology than what you have here, but I like the overall technology that the Foamposite offered. So I'm pretty sure back then it was a heavier shoe even, and it was something that I really enjoyed playing because it felt like I had cushion all over my foot. And the last question for you guys and for myself as well, like where do these rank in the signatured sneaker basketball lineup for 2024? Is this one of the more exciting models that you guys have seen in a while? I think that's the general buzz, is that the AE1s are the ones that are like, dude, these are actually cool. Anthony Edwards is definitely one of those people that is the right person for the energy that you're getting with his shoe. And I was talking to somebody else about this, like Nike basketball has some really nice signatured models out there, but there's not too many of them that really just stick with people the way that the AE1s are. Like Giannis is one of the best players in the league. His shoe doesn't seem to really resonate as much. Tatum's shoe as well. D-Book is another story. Hopefully we'll get a pair of those when they actually have a larger release, because I actually want to see those in hand to give them a fair shake. I'd say the Sabrina 1s was probably the coolest Nike basketball shoe we've seen in a while as well, and the Jaw 1s as well. And speaking of, I did see Sabrina at the airport in India. It was so cool. Her and her boyfriend was like right in front of me. I didn't even recognize her boyfriend. And then I was like, that's Sabrina. And I was like, wait, this is crazy. Like right before All-Star, she's just getting her bags like everybody else. Anyway, it was a cool moment. But I feel like the AE1s for this year, they have a lot of energy. I think the Harden 8s have a lot of energy as well. And Harden's, it's like Harden. Like you look at Giannis and you look at Harden. Harden is like one of those guys people love or hate. Giannis is, mostly people love that guy, but for some reason his signature model just doesn't have the steam and the energy behind it that it deserves, to be honest. But I'm curious to see where things line up, because the Harden 8s are like 160-ish, I think, dollars. These are only 120, so this is a great entry-level price point in a basketball sneaker. It's not the $200 LeBrons, it's $120 Anthony Edwards, kind of like the new wave generation, pun intended for his other colorway. But I'm curious to see like where this takes us, because there's so many really nice colorways out there. In fact, honestly, this might be a material that I can dip dye. I haven't dip dyed a pair of sneakers in a long time, and it'll be really fun to actually get maybe the all white pair. Maybe I'll get an extra pair and I can like tape it off and then dip dye them and make my own color blocking out of it. I think that would be fire. Actually, I might try to do that. Because it feels like this material could actually stick. Who knows though. But anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the model. I did buy this pair myself, not sponsored by Adidas, but if you guys use the links in the description to take you to Adidas website, and if you guys buy these or anything else with that link, I do get a little bit of a kickback, and it does support the channel directly when you do that. And also lets Adidas know that you did see at least the content. Maybe next time I'll actually get them from Adidas. And I'm genuinely excited about this model and just being able to get a pair of these in hand on feet. And I love the color blocking and just all the energy behind the AE1s that we've seen so far. Have a good rest of the day though. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more videos, and hopefully we'll see you guys back. All right, peace guys.